So in chapter 1, lesson 2, we will be adding integers. We will be following our rules on adding integers as same signs, sum, which means we add. If we have different signs, difference, which means we subtract. We will follow these rules a lot throughout the course of the year. So if I had two integers, -3 plus 5. We have a negative associated with the 3, our negative signs in front of the 3, and the sign in front of the 5 is a plus or positive. So we have a positive 5. So because I have different signs, I am going to subtract the two numbers. Going back to my rule, different signs equals difference, subtract. So I will take 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. If we have different signs, I need to take one of those two signs and put it in my answer. We will take the sign from one of these numbers that has a greater absolute value or is farther from 0. 5 is farther from 0 compared to 3. 5 has a positive sign, so my answer will be a positive 2. Another example. -2 plus -4. The sign directly in front of the 2 is a negative. The sign directly in front of the 4 is a negative. Now I know it has kind of two signs, but you're going to take the one that is closest to the integer or the number. Okay, so the sign in front of the number of 4 is a negative. So now I have same signs. I have two negatives. They are the same sign. So I'll go back up to my rule. Same signs equals sum. So I need to add. So because I have the same signs, I need to add 4 and 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Now I have to make sure I have the correct sign in my answer. Well, going back, which one of those numbers is farther from 0? 4 or 2? 4 is farther from 0. 4 has a negative sign associated with it, so we put a negative in front of my number. We will do one more example. 8 plus -3. 8 has, if there's no sign in front of the number, we just assume it is a positive number. The 3 has a negative sign directly in front of it. Once again, I have now different signs, a positive and a negative. Different signs equals different, so I need to subtract those two numbers. 8 minus 3 gives me 5. And now I got to ask myself one more question. Which one of those numbers is farther from 0? 8 is farther from 0. 8 has a positive sign associated with it, so my answer has to be positive. Positive 5. Homework on page 12 and 13. If this is day 1 of your lesson, you will do 8 through 15, 50 through 54. If this is day 2 of the lesson, you will do 1 through 2, and then 17 through 35 odd numbers. Just do the odds on 17 through 35.